Mighty men of the 1st Platoon Peacemakers. Hey, Michael Seitz here. I am the team captain for SOULCON Team Indiana. And what I wanted to do today is I just wanted to take a little bit of time here to put a video up here, kind of an introductory type thing for what you guys are about to do in what we call the SOULCON Challenge. Okay? So the first thing that I want to really talk about is prep week. Okay, we are in prep week right now. The first 7 days prior to any SOULCON challenge we call prep week, and we will be talking to you guys in depth throughout this week here on this GroupMe feed. Okay, we'll probably throw up some videos, and you guys are going to see a lot of information. We'll talk a little bit more about that here when we get down to that, but that's where we're at right now. We're in prep week. We're prepping for the challenge to go into the fight. Okay, so what we do, and you'll also see this on the GroupMe page. The SOULCON Challenge book, which most of you should have now, it also does come in a digital copy. Some of you may have that as well. Okay, on page 77 of the SOULCON manual, okay, you're supposed to read up to page 77 in this book prior to next Monday. Well, what you will find on page 77 is a set of objectives that we expect people to adhere to when we go into the challenge. And what we do is we break those objectives down into what we call the 4 F's: faith, family, food, and fitness. Okay, again, you'll see that on the GroupMe page. Okay, but those 4 F's are the things that guys, I really need to emphasize to you as well. SOULCON is not just a 42-day challenge, okay? You enter into the SOULCON challenge on day 1, you go through the entire 6-week process, and then on day 43, it's like, well, what do I do now? Well, you keep living those 4F objectives that you find on page 77 in this manual every day, guys, because that is what the SOULCON challenge is designed to do in men's hearts and men's minds. Okay, it's designed to shift our paradigms of how we looked at life before and how we look at life now. You know, for some of you guys, you may not have worked out in 20 years. For some of you guys, you don't know what eating right looks like. Okay, for some of you guys, you may not have a very strong spiritual program in place. You may not have a good Bible reading plan. You might not have a good devotional plan. And what the SOULCON Challenge will do is throughout the 42 days, as we execute those 6 weeks, okay, it will show how to develop some of those things. If you do read pages 1 through 77, you will talk about the 4 F's, especially food and fitness, because there's a lot of stuff in there, guys. Okay, but those are the 4 F's, and we will be detailing those in great detail this week in this group here. Okay, guys. One thing I did want to talk to you guys about was the organization of the accountability group that you've been entered into. Okay, we call it the 1st Platoon Peacemakers. What that is just a fancy warrior term for a 40 to 50 man accountability group. Okay, that's how it's broken down. And the guy who's in charge of the 1st Platoon Peacemakers is Brother Bill Frame. He is a long-time SOULCON guy, been with Team Indiana for a long time, has done multiple challenges, has done all of our next level challenges over and above the SOULCON challenge. So Bill's a great guy. He just has a real heart to disciple and just go after men and get them in the fight. So I can't say enough about Bill. He's a great guy, great friend of mine, great brother. And with that, within the accountability platoon structure, we also have what we call accountability squads. Now, currently in 1st Platoon, we have 3 accountability squads. And the reason why we have those squads is so that Bill, as the platoon leader, doesn't have to try and directly contact 30 different guys all the time. Um, it's a managerial tool that we use by establishing other leaders underneath Bill that can help serve and take care of you guys in those accountability squads. A guy named Michael Duzon, brother Michael Duzon, he's our first squad leader. Our third squad leader is brother Jeff Harmon. Currently, second squad is vacant on a squad leader. However, they do have two trainer mentors, Kerry Peters. Sorry about that, Kerry Peters and Gene King, in that squad. And guys, what those squad leaders and those trainer mentors are there for, first of all, those are all SOULCON veterans, guys. They have done multiple challenges. They they've been there, done that. They've got the T-shirt for the challenges, and guys, they are just a wealth of knowledge. Okay, so if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can ask any of those guys in the platoon, ask Bill, anything like that, and those guys will make sure that you're squared away and that you have the things that you need to successfully complete the challenge in the next 42 days. Now, everybody does know, I believe, we start next Monday, January 3rd, and that's where we'll pick up and begin to execute the 6 weeks of the challenge. Now, let me talk about GroupMe versus the Gabora map, okay? Because most of you guys in this platoon are on the Gabora map. You're interacting with people on the Gabora map, and guys, that's awesome. But what the GroupMe account is for, and I believe most of you guys have been added to the GroupMe by now, that's where Bill and the trainer mentors and squad leaders within First Platoon are really going to mentor and disciple you guys at the local level here in Indiana. Okay, the Gaborum app, you guys can feel free to post anything you guys want on the Gaborum app, whether it be under the Team Indiana page, whether it be under the SOULCON Challenge page on there. Most of you guys are familiar with that because I believe that most of you guys have registered for the challenge, so you know where the challenge page is on there. But guys, the real accountability and the real where the rubber meets the road, where the metal meets the meat, okay, is going to be done in this GroupMe account, okay? So again, feel free to post whatever you want to post on the Gaborum app. I mean, I'm all for that. If you want to post your testing results, and you want to post your max results, and we'll talk about some of that stuff as we go through this week, okay? That's great. But primarily be in the GroupMe, okay? And make it a point to be in the GroupMe every day. All right. Even if it's nothing more than just checking in with guys, just saying, "Hey guys, it's Sean. I'm here this morning. Just wanted to ask you guys, you got any prayer requests? Whatever like that, guys." And absolutely 100% feel free to introduce yourself and tell us anything that you guys want about yourselves, because that's how accountability and brotherhood and fellowship begins, by learning about one another. Okay. So, how we're going to approach prep week. Okay, guys, now listen to me. You're going to be inundated this week with messages on the GroupMe. And it can seem overwhelming, okay, because you're going to get multiple messages a day on this GroupMe account. And it will have different things for each of the 4 F's as we detail those that we talked about. And in some cases, we will even give you guys hyperlinks in those messages that if you are logged into the Gaborum app on your phone or on a computer, because you can use the Gaborum app on the computer, which is what I'm doing right now, you can actually just click that hyperlink and it will take you right to where we're talking about on the Gaborum app, okay? So if you're a guy, for example, on the day that we're talking about food, okay, if you never really thought about food and you read pages 1 through 77, you kind of got an idea of what a carb is and the differences between carbs and calorie accounting and proteins and all that. Well, we're going to give you a link of where to go on the Gaborum app to see meal plans that have been recommended by certified trainers, okay, that you can use to prepare your meals in advance, okay? Meal planning, meal prepping, but we'll talk about that. There are also multiple exercise routines on the Gaborum app, and we'll show you where to go and find those. We're just going to show you a lot of different things this week during prep week. And again, guys, it might seem a little overwhelming, okay? The thing that I would tell you is don't feel obligated to read it right when it comes in, okay? We understand you all have jobs. You all have families, okay? You all have other things going on in your life besides SOULCON, all right? So what we just say about that is just when you get some time, you take a look at it, okay? There's going to be some videos that we're going to throw up. Videos not necessarily by us, but videos by like the SOULCON wellness team, the SOULCON teaching team, and we're going to ask you to watch, a few of those videos too, just to kind of orient you a little bit better and to prep you for what you're getting ready to go into, guys. Okay, so those are really the 5 big things I wanted to talk about in this video. We will be pushing more information out on the GroupMe to get you guys ready. And again, I can't overstate, if you have any questions, guys, contact any of the guys in First Platoon and they can get you squared away. I promise you. If you have any questions on the objectives, if you had any questions about anything on pages 1 through 77 in the manual, if you have any questions about what we do in SOULCON outside of the challenge, even, because it's the hope, it's my hope as the team captain, that once you complete the 43 days of the SOULCON challenge, then you elect to stay with our team in the long term, and then we get to do what we call long-term discipleship with you. So we get that fellowship, we get that brotherhood, and it's all at the local level. So we can face to face with one another. We can go out and do runs together, walks together. We can all get together and sit at the fire. If you guys want to, we can all get together and go throw hatchets, There's really no limit to the amount of things that we can do, as long as we just give the glory to God, guys, because that's what it's all about. That's what going through this challenge is about. That's what being in SOULCON is about, is doing things and building that brotherhood, 1 Thessalonians 5:11, and continue to build one another up just as you have been doing. That's what it's about, guys. It's just that camaraderie and that cohesion and that esprit de corps between brothers. And guys, I've been in SOULCON for almost 4 years now, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it anywhere else. I can promise you that. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and just look for things to be coming out over this next week on the GroupMe to just help you guys along. And guys, just reach out if you have prayer requests, if you have struggles. The one thing I would just tell you about the challenge is just don't make quitting an option. Period. Period. When you start the challenge, finish it. Okay? Because I'll tell you, a lot of times we have guys that tap out. Okay? They start the challenge and then they don't finish it. Guys, don't even give yourself an option to do that. You're in it to win it. You're in the fight. We're going to help you through it, but ultimately it comes down to you. You have to tell yourself, I'm not giving up. We have a shirt that says, I will die before I quit, on the back of it. Well, that's the attitude we need to have, man. We will die before we quit. All right? We're going to try to get everybody through this challenge and just, develop that good cohesion and brotherhood, and just do some amazing things in 2022 for the kingdom, guys. So keep watching the GroupMe page. We'll be bringing you guys more information, and I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Just much love, many blessings to all you guys. I just salute every one of you for coming into SOULCON, doing what you're doing, and just look so forward to just having that brotherhood and that fellowship with you guys, and just doing amazing things to serve the kingdom, guys. So take care.